If you're a pediatric therapist, like an SLP, psychologist, or social worker, your clinical skills are important, but what's even more important is learning how to be a good leader. My name's Karen Dudek-Brannan, and I help pediatric therapists be better leaders so they can make a bigger impact on their caseload. If you are a therapist, especially if you're working in the school systems with K-12, then you probably know that your clinical skills can only get you so far. You've probably spent a ton of time learning different therapy protocols and learning what you should do when you have a group of students in front of you. But as you know, it's really hard to make an impact on your caseload when you don't have support for your students across the board. And it's really hard to make sure that your students and your clients actually have the support that they need once they leave your therapy room. So that's why your clinical skills are not the only thing that you need to focus on to be successful in your career and to make an impact on the students and clients that you serve. It's also important that you learn how to lead others. If you don't know how to be a good leader, then it's going to be hard for you to get buy-in. If you're working in a school, to get buy-in from the teachers who need to support your students, it's going to be hard for you to find the time to do the trainings and share your knowledge with other people. It's also going to be difficult for you to build the relationships that you need with the other members of your team and the administration so that you can actually get the support that you need to show up in a way that allows you to actually utilize those hard-earned clinical skills that you have. Being a good therapist is not enough. You also need to learn how to lead and empower others so that you can work together as a team, so that you can delegate some of your responsibilities, and so that you can change the beliefs and the behaviors of the other people on your team. That's what's really going to help you to make an impact on those clients that you serve. If you're trying to work in a silo and only focus on what you're doing, you're not going to be able to be as effective as you would be if you had a team effort. So I know a lot of people, if they're therapists, they feel like, well, I'm not a leader because I'm not a supervisor or an administrator. But if you are responsible for case managing IEPs, managing service plans, or even if you just have a student on your caseload that is just seeing you, you can actually use your leadership skills to change the behaviors of other people who are supporting that child. You're in a unique position where you can emerge as a leader and build your own skills and also make a bigger impact on the clients you serve. The best clinician doesn't win. The best leader wins, meaning a win for you in your career and that you get to show up and be excited about your work because you know that you're making a difference, and a win for your clients because you are actually changing their lives. Now, I know that this sounds overwhelming. A lot of times people don't think that they can focus on leadership skills like finding time to collaborate, finding time to come up with training protocols to train other people, finding time to build relationships with the administrators. This seems overwhelming and out of reach, but I'm here to tell you that it is possible. I know because I was able to do a lot of these things myself when I worked in the schools as an SLP. I was able to make way more influence than I ever thought was possible when I had the right system. I want to show you how I did it in a free online training where I will walk through a technique that I refer to as asset stacking that really helps you to strategically build leverage and lead others in a way that feels good to you and also in a way that's feasible to you as a therapist with a big caseload. So to sign up for this free training, all you're going to want to do is go to drkarendudek-brannan.com/asset stack, and you'll be able to grab your free spot. So if you are a speech pathologist, a social worker, a psychologist, school counselor, or other school service personnel who wants to lead and make an impact and who wants to get out of that career burnout rut that you feel when you feel like you're just not making a difference, then I invite you to sign up for this free training. Again, all you need to do is go to drkarendudek-brannan.com/assets.